Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I am Scott. These are the inverts, monocentropus Balfouri. The Scotia Island tarantulas are absolutely something else. The blue on them is absolutely beautiful. So we got the male from Petsotics. Shane, thank you so much, bro. I will put all his links downstairs. He has a Facebook group as well. So pop downstairs, click on his links, go give him a follow, hook up onto that Facebook group as well. Anyway, this is how it went with these beautiful, beautiful spiders. So we have the female in a cereal tub, plenty of holes in it. Here's a male just in a catch cup. The female is in that cereal tub because it's just really, really easy for access, especially when she's had those babies. About to fish them all out really easy. And once she's had the egg sac and we have the babies, I'll upgrade her to a real nice enclosure so she can just relax and be a Balfouri. But just look at her down there. She is absolutely stunning. And those blues are just outrageous. The male is there, little frat pose. And look, he's got his fangs out as well. And he's kind of thinking now, oh, there's a female. So hopefully if I can get him in, it will be all good. And hopefully he starts tapping and the female taps back. And it's a straightforward insertion, pairing, job done. Absolutely awesome stuff. But he's just in that threat pose. So I need two hands to get him in, which I did. Now, he does go a bit of a daft balf in a minute, look. No tapping or anything, just starts crawling on the female's court bark, which is covered in her webbing, so she knows he is there. And he even goes, oh my god. I am just so lucky at this point she didn't absolutely nail him, and we had a dead male Balfouri on our hands. She is still like, oh, what's he doing? And he gets stuck outside the enclosure and she literally just goes back to her hide. Happy days for her. So we tried for a second time. I left it about an hour and tried with him again, and now we can see him going in a bit more cautiously because I think he's realised that, yeah, there's a female down there and if I'm not careful I'm going to get munched. So he does go around the enclosure here. She is fully aware that he is there. Every time, every movement he makes, she knows about it. And look, that one little vibrate there, and that's it. But the way she just went towards him and stopped makes me think that they want to get it on, or she wants to get it on and not just munch him. And indeed they do. And if you watch his palps, there is the insertion, literally immediately. And what is very, very strange with today's pairing is the male just sits in that position for a little while and then just retracts the palp from the female and then just keeps her there. I think it's probably because she went after him the first time. I think he's very, very nervous about breaking that grip and getting away. But don't you think it's just beautiful when they've got their little paws on each other? It's almost like they're embracing in love. I know they probably don't feel love, but it's nice to think that they do. And those arms and the legs wrapping around each other, absolutely special. I am at all times here thinking, is she going to munch him at any point? My right hand is just off camera with a pair of tongs, just in case, so I can try and save him if she does go for him. But just look, all those miniature movements. I think that when the miniature movements are happening, just like her then rubbing his leg with her leg, I think that must be a form of communication. They must be talking to each other. What they're trying to communicate, God only knows. But look at the blue on him. He is absolutely stunning. At this point, he's actually trying to get away from the female because he's done his thing. But it's just really interesting for me to watch how long they actually stay together after that insertion, which is absolutely incredible. Normally they make an insertion and the male goes goes off and does a runner real fast, but in this case they don't, and eventually they do break away. But this is why it's so important that if you've got the male and you've got a female and you see them pair the once, or you see that insertion once, to put the male back in another 2 or 3 times. It's called getting the job done. So when you hear about people getting the job done or saying those words in the tarantula hobby, what they mean is they're putting the male in a few times to make sure everything is the best chances, for the egg sac to appear. And that's what I'll be doing over the next couple of weeks. As soon as he's started to do another sperm web and he's done the sperm web, he will go back in. He's got a lovely massive water bowl full of water, so it's absolutely essential for your males to make sure they have access to nice clean water. It really does keep them a lot healthier for a longer period of time. This female buried her water dish, and I'm not quite sure where it is in that enclosure. So all I'm going to do is, because she's got that burrow there and it's not in that burrow, so it's not going to be hurting anything, I'm just going to put another water dish in with her once she's been paired a couple more times, and she'll have that humidity increased as well as having a water source, which is quite essential to this species actually dropping that egg sac. I found when we first did these that an increase in humidity when she was nice and plump, literally she dropped that egg sac. And it's not an egg sac where it's a big ball and they put their front paws over it. It's an egg sac like a hammock. So if you imagine a hammock made out of webbing, like a cocoon in the middle full of eggs, that's what these do. Now this is what I find really peculiar, because the male actually spends a couple of seconds cleaning his fangs before he wanders off, and she's left there going like, have you done it, have you not done it, what's going on? And in the end he just goes to the top of that container and walks out. But look at his carapace, that dark blue, and the blues on his leg. These are going to be some beautiful spiderlings and some beautiful spiders when they eventually develop. Fingers crossed that they do actually appear and develop as well. And there's a female. I do try and offer a female roach here, a nice big fat one, but look, she just threat poses it and tries to strike it. So I just release it into the enclosure, and once the lights are off she'll eat it then. If not, I'll just pull it back out again. But I'm pretty sure she will smash that dubia. Absolutely awesome. Boom! So that was the pairing. I'm pretty sure that he got one insertion in that whole situation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in 2 or 3 more times to make sure that job's been done. And hopefully she's then fertile and we get the egg sac and all the rest of it. But, a big but, we had a little bit of an accident, because I paired this girl before with a good friend's Tom's male, and she had the egg sac. But me being me, I was so excited with the fact that having the first Balfouri egg sac, and I was really excited. I kept taking the top off and having a look to see how far along she was, if she was okay, and just like, I was just really excited, and that caused her to destroy and eat the egg sac. So this time I've got to restrain myself from keep going and looking at the egg sac, and I'm just going to feed her up until that drops, and then leave her well alone until those slings, hopefully, fingers crossed, and we're going to pray to the spider gods that it all goes really well and we end up with tons and tons of babies. And I'm thinking a big communal of Balfouris, and we can watch those grow over the course of the next few years. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscription button. We do tarantula and insect content on the daily. We go live every single Tuesday, 8 PM UK time. We have new video out every Monday and Thursday, 7 PM UK time. We've got the Facebook group, Scott's Inverts Army, link to that, a WhatsApp chat, and all sorts of stuff going on. I would be really grateful if you supported the channel with just hitting that subscribe. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, we shall see you again on the next one.